Champions, 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 champions. What is going on, champions? What is happening, big dogs? What is going on, champions? Listen, I want to talk a little bit. I want to chat a little bit. I want to dive in a little bit, man. I want to talk about what changed the game for me. What in reality changed my life and what changed the game for me. Listen to me. As many people out there know, if they know Shaka Dyson, they know that I'm somebody who's about chasing success. I'm somebody who's about not accepting average, not accepting barriers, not accepting walls, not accepting hurdles, not accepting mountains, not accepting challenges. If you know Shaka Dyson, then you know that I'm about getting through and getting over every obstacle that stands in the way of my success. I am about getting through every single barrier, every single wall. I'm about never allowing or letting anything stop me from becoming as successful as I want to, even if that means that I have to lean out when it comes to my network of so-called friends, even if I have to lean out when it comes to my associates, even if I have to do things the exact opposite of the ways that I was taught or the exact opposite of the ways that other people do them, even if I have to stand alone in my quest to become successful, even if I have to do it all by myself, Shaka Dyson is about that life. And I want to talk to you today about what changed the game for me. I want to talk to you today about what could possibly change the game for you once you make that decision, once you decide, once you say, hey, you know what? I'm done being average. Or even if I'm mediocre, I'm done being mediocre. Even if you say, listen, success, ultimate success is what I'm out here to go get. Even if you have to be by yourself and do it alone. Your life and your walk and your journey through life is yours and yours alone. Listen to me. Let me show you something. This book right here, Success is a Choice. This book right here is what did it for me. I was poor. I was extremely poor when I came across this book. And I'm going to tell you guys how I came across this book. There was a guy, back when I was selling cars 23 years ago, back when I was selling cars on the showroom floor. For those of you who sell cars, there was a person on my showroom floor. His name was Spoon. I ain't gonna get into it, but his name was Spoon. He was the only cat on the showroom floor younger than me. Spoon one day ended up getting fired. As a salesperson, he ended up getting fired. I don't know why the GM fired him, but he ended up getting fired. And as you know, when someone gets fired over there on the showroom floor, the first thing you do is you go and you rummage through their desk. You go and pick off their pens, their papers, their notebooks, etc. Well, I found this book, a version of this book, the paperback version called Success is a Choice. And I started reading. And what I come to learn 23 years ago is that success is not complicated. Success is a choice. That's what it is. Your success in whatever you do, if you're on the desk, success is a choice. If you're selling cars right now, success is a choice. If you're back in finance right now, if you're in the F&I department, then success is a choice. It's not complicated. It's not what you heard. It is a choice. You can be as successful as you decide to work for. You can be as successful as you decide to be back in the finance department. It is not complicated, but you will have to put in the work. Listen to me. Kobe Bryant made the choice to be successful. Kobe Bryant said, listen to me, average is not for me. Average is not mediocre. Average is not something that I'm ever want to do. I want to be great. Success is a choice. And listen to me, once the choice is made, then the rest is just the work. Once you make the decision, the rest is just the work. And people, when they look at me sometimes, I get hated on. Sometimes I get looked at as if I have two heads or as if I'm a unicorn. Why? Because I choose to put in the work. I choose to do things that other people won't do. I choose to stay at the dealership all night long when I first got in finance. I chose to stay there till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning reading the contracts when I got into finance. Why? because I didn't know what those contracts meant. I didn't know what a bailment agreement was. I didn't know what a reassignment form was. I didn't know what an MV1 was. I didn't know what an arbitration agreement was. I didn't know what a truth in lending box was. I didn't know what a law contract was. I didn't know every single thing about every single product that I was supposed to sell back in the finance department. So I chose to stay at the dealership till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sharpening my axe, reading for product knowledge reasons, reading so that I can know what it is that I'm talking about and talk about it with confidence and certainty. Copying down the contracts, copying down the policies and the contracts, writing out the definitions of what they were. I chose, success is a choice, and I chose that no matter what, even though I was new back then, back into the F&I office, back in 2001, I chose to become great. Listen to me. When you choose to become great, you get what's called a wit attitude, a wit. You do everything with wit, with W-I-T, with whatever it takes, whatever it takes to become great, whatever it takes to become phenomenal, whatever it takes to get above and beyond all of the criticism that you're going to get, whatever it takes, the wit mentality, whatever it takes to get over the hurdle, whatever it takes to get through the walls, through the barriers, through the pushback, whatever it takes, listen to me, whatever it takes is a work ethic. Whatever it takes is a mentality. Listen to me. When you get that whatever it takes work ethic, then there's no one out there that can stop you or tell you what you can't do. Why? Because you are willing to work through whatever adversity, whatever challenges, whatever hurdles you may come up against. Whatever it takes. Whenever you grab that work ethic, whenever you have that work ethic instilled in here, then you can look at your adversity and say, hey, you might have more money, you might have more experience, you might have more of a network, but you will not outwork me. You will not put in more work than me. You will not do more work to become successful than I will. See, that was always my ace in the hole. That was always my ace in the pocket. Success is a choice. It is not complicated. It is a choice. Success is a mentality. Success says, listen to me, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Success is a mentality. Success says, hey, listen, whatever may come my way, I know for sure, because of the way I process thoughts, I know for sure that whatever comes my way, I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. Success is a lifestyle. When you, like I said, the way you do one thing is how you do everything. So your lifestyle will be a clear reflection. Your lifestyle, the way you approach everything, your lifestyle, you will do everything with success in mind, or you will be okay with average. And that's going to spill over in what you do in your dealership, whether you do it at the desk, from the GM's office, from the sales floor, or back in finance. You know whether or not you're okay with average. You know whether or not you're okay with mediocrity. You know that whether or not you have the do whatever it takes mentality to be successful regardless of the challenges. Listen to me. Who cares? Who cares what challenges come your way? Back in finance, who cares if it's a lease deal? Who cares if it's a cash deal? Who cares if they walk in with a cashier's check? Who cares how high the bar is? Who cares if it's a stripped out payment? Who cares? Whenever you have the wit mentality, the whatever it takes mentality, that I'm going to succeed no matter what mentality, that you don't care what type of deal comes back your way. Why? Because you have already made the decision that you are going to succeed. You have already made the decision. Listen to me. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And that is the truth. Mediocre is mediocre, is mediocre, is mediocre, is mediocre. But great is great, is great, is great. It's a work ethic, it's a mentality, and it's a lifestyle. Success, again, it's not complicated. Listen to me. Success is a choice. It's a choice, ladies and gentlemen. It is a choice. You choose whether or not you're going to succeed. You don't need a resume that says, hey, I've been in the business or I've been doing this a long time. You need to make the decision. And you need to say, I don't care what it is. I don't care how hot it is. I'm willing to go through the fire to be successful. You got to make the choice. And the problem is that too many people are okay with average. Too many people accept mediocrity. Not enough people say that I'm going to be successful no matter what. No. See, those people stand alone. Those people stand unique by themselves. Success is a choice, and you have to be willing to back that choice up with action, unrelenting action. You have got to be willing to put in the work, unrelenting work. You have to make the decision and stay committed to that decision. That you are going to be successful back in that finance department no matter what. That you are going to be successful up on the desk no matter what. You are going to be successful out on your showroom floor no matter what. Your routines, listen to me, the routines, the way you do things in your life are based on what you think. And your routines are a reflection. A mediocre routine, listen to me. If mediocrity is okay, then your routines and how you approach everything will reflect it. If mediocrity is okay in anything that you do, then your routines and how you approach things will reflect it. If mediocrity is okay. Now, understand this. If average is okay with you in any area, in anything that you do in your life, then guess what? Mediocrity and average will be okay with you in everything that you do in your life. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Successful people know this. That's why successful people are committed to being great in every single thing that they do in their life. I promise you, Kobe Bryant wasn't just great in basketball. I guarantee you when Kobe Bryant wrote an essay, he wrote it with the best penmanship. It was well thought out. When Kobe Bryant decided to cook, he wanted to learn everything about getting the recipe right. When Kobe Bryant decided to drive, when Kobe Bryant decided to build, when Kobe Bryant decided to have a marriage, when Kobe Bryant decided to do anything, how you do one thing is how you do everything. The second chapter in Kobe Bryant's life was filmmaking. He wanted to be the combination of a Steve Jobs and Walt Disney. Kobe Bryant made a film before he died, a children's animation film before he died, at which he received a Golden Globe Award for before he died. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Your choices will make you different. Your work ethic will make you different. Your mentality will make you different. How you approach things will make you different. Your lifestyle will make you different. If you ingrain yourself and you commit to the decision to be successful, that will make you different. And yes, criticism comes along with differences. Whenever you're different from the herd, from the masses of people who choose to be mediocre or the masses of people who choose to be average, yes, you will be out front. You will be set apart. You will be criticized because that's just what they do. Listen to me. Habits are formed by what you do constantly. Your habits are a clear reflection of the person in the mirror. Your habits are formed by what you do constantly. You know whether or not you're going after success unrelentingly. You know whether or not your habits reflect a successful lifestyle or an average or mediocre lifestyle. You know, but listen to me. Again, Kobe Bryant chose to be great. He was in the gym when everybody else partied. He was in the gym while everyone else was with their families. He was in the gym while everyone else slept. Kobe Bryant decided to be great no matter what. There's countless stories of other NBA players when they would be on the road or be in Los Angeles, or they'd be on the road and they would go to the gym to work out, and they always talk about no matter how early they got there, Kobe would already be there. He'd already be there shooting. He'd already be there sweating. He would already be there putting in the work. Why? Because he demanded excellence of himself. What do you demand of yourself? What decisions have you made about you in your finance department, about you up on the desk, about you on the showroom floor, about you in your future? What decisions have you made? Have you decided to be great, or are you okay with average? Are you okay with mediocrity? Listen to me. There are only a select few who we know that dedicate and commit themselves to success. Listen to me. Jim Rohn said it best. He said, those who do are the envy of many who watch. Again, let me say it again. He said, those who do are the envy of many who watch. You know who the great ones are. You know those who commit to the decision to be successful. You know those who walk through the fire to be successful. And then you know those who complain. And then you know those who complain all the time. Listen to me. Let's talk about some traits. The trait of a mediocre person, someone who complains and plays victim. Yup, you know them. You know them inside your dealership. You know them in your life. Yup, they complain and they play victim constantly. This is wrong, that's wrong. They hate on other people, right? They complain constantly, right? And then they play the victim. My numbers aren't where they need to be because I had leases. My numbers aren't where they need to be because of cash deals. My numbers aren't where they need to be because the desk is weak. My numbers aren't where they need to be because the salespeople are weak. Listen to me. Mediocre people are always complaining and playing victim. They're always pointing the finger like this. They're always saying, I can't do because it's that person's fault. They never take responsibility. That's a mediocre person. If that's you, take the opportunity now. Why? Because success is not complicated. Success is a choice. Success is a choice. It's a choice. You can choose. You choose whether or not you're going to be mediocre or not. You choose whether or not you're going to be great. You choose whether or not you're going to be successful. You choose whether or not you're going to have it all, or you're just going to have a little piece of it. It's a choice that you make every day. Listen to me. Average people, listen to me. Average people, they do just enough. And they deny or refuse to get better. They do just enough and they deny the need to level up. They deny the need to get better. They'll do just enough and they hate change. They think that the way you did it 30 years ago, the interrogations that you did with customers 30 years ago, the old humdrum way of going down a list in columns, the way that it was done 25, 30 years ago, this is the way that we've always done it. Listen to me. Average people do just enough. They deny the need to change, and they refuse to get better. They refuse. That's the average person. And listen to me. If you are looking for next level results out of mediocre and average people, then that makes you crazy. You get mediocre results from mediocre people. You get average results from average-minded people. But listen to me. Excellent people are never satisfied. They are people who approach success, and once they accomplish something, they're never satisfied with it. They're always going for the next. They're always trying to find the edge. That's how you can tell successful people. They always want to find the edge. They always, the NASCAR racer, the racer who's always going around the lap, and they're always trying to find that millisecond. Listen to me. Kobe Bryant and him doing 1,000 free throws after every single game. Why? Because he wants to see how many he can hit in a row. Listen to me. It is the actor who is studying constantly. It is the finance manager who continues to sharpen their axe. Why? Because they do not want to let the resistance and the objections that stopped them the day before to stop them today or moving forward. They never ever want to deny themselves the ability to go out there and hit the numbers, regardless as the adversity they may face. That's what you call excellent. Dealers, that's what you want to look for. Stop looking for people who got these resumes that say, I've been in the business. You have to demand excellence from your people. Great people want the ball when it matters most. Listen to me. If you are great, then you relate to this. If you are mediocre and average, then you'll hate on this. Then you'll push back against this. Then, oh, Shaka, he's always talking about, yes, if the shoe fit, wear it. But if you are great, great people grab on to things like this. Great people look at this and say, yes, I agree. Success is a choice. It is not complicated. I can do this if I choose to. If I choose to put in the work. If I choose to think like successful people think, if I choose to live the lifestyle, to sharpen the axe, if I value hard work and success more than I value sleep, if I value hard work and success more than I value partying, if I value hard work and success more than I value laying around and slumbering all day, if I value it, then I will put in the work and do whatever's necessary to go out and get it. Come on with it. Your opportunity to be great is now, right now. There's no better time. You can make this the last time you were ever average. You can make this the last time you were ever mediocre. It's a choice. No one has a choice over you. You can overcome anything you choose to, as long as you are willing to put in the work, as long as you're willing to think, as long as you're willing to network and do the things successful people do, as long as you're willing to chop wood, sharpen your axe, and understand that there is a next level to obtain. If you are willing to do whatever it takes, you too can be successful. You too can be great. Those who do are the envy of many who watch. They can watch you if you choose. If not, well, as we discussed, mediocre or average. I'm going to ask those who are successful-minded, those who want it like I want it, those who pursue success like I pursue success. Come rock with your boy. Come rock with me. Let's do this. Let's do it together. I want to be around successful-minded people. Listen to me. Thank you for being on this today. I really appreciate it. Listen, if you want to sharpen your axe doing F&I training, dealerfiu.com is the URL you go to for Dealer F&I University. The greatest F&I training in the automotive industry, hands down, period, changes the game for dealerships and finance managers who take it. Listen to me. I'm going to invite you to take it. Dealerfiu.com. I love you. I appreciate you. I applaud you for being on here. Kevin Lyles, thank you so much. That's a great book. My entire management team read it. And then we had a meeting about it. Yes, sir. Success is a choice. If you're the richest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room. Dude, say it again, man. Matthew Johnson, say it for those in the back, big dog. Listen to me. Success is a choice. Let's all go out there and get it. Come on with it.